Then I saw in the right hand of him who sat in the throne a scroll with writing on both sides and sealed with 7 seals. And I saw a mighty angel proclaiming in a loud voice, "Who is worthy to break the seals and open the scroll?" But no one in heaven or on earth or under the earth could open the scroll or even look inside it. Revelation chapter 5, 1-3. How's it going, guys? My name is Graeme, and welcome to Black Book, a prologue, which is an early look, a demo to go alongside the Kickstarter for the larger game. That is available as of today. You can go check that out now. I will have a link to that in the description. It's a deck-building, turn-based game, not dissimilar to Slay the Spire, quite a bit like that, and pulling from Slavic mythos, which I think is much less common.
It happened in Shedden, a town not far from here, surrounded by wheat fields and pine trees. In that town lived Vasilisa. She was chosen to be brought up to be a Zanatka. That's what we call sorceresses around here. Soon enough, Vasilisa fell in love with a man. Soon, a terrible thing happened. The man killed himself, and no one knew the reason. Those who take their own lives are doomed to an eternity in hell, a truth Vasilisa could not accept. Her teacher, old Egor, gave her the legendary artifact, the Black Book. But will it be able to bring him back? Asked Vasilisa. Yes, if you open all 7 of its seals, Egor replied. And so, Vasilisa and Egor set out to find a way to unlock the seals.
A game by Morteshka. I'm curious to see how they fold in the Slavic mythos. Like, it's something I personally am quite unfamiliar with. Sheridan District. I feel like I'm excited to get an opportunity to explore like a different culture like that. We see things like Greek and Roman mythology and even Viking related stuff continuously, but I feel like this game is existing in something much less frequently explored. I've slept badly this night. I've been waiting, hoping for your return, but you did not return. You did not again sit at the table. What were you up to now, my sweetheart? Where are you headed? From relatives and from the warm summer, you've departed. There is no entrance or exit for you, it seems. From the cold Mother Earth. And even no fence of a church to hold on to. Enough. I don't believe you did it to yourself. It will be well. All will be well. I will take the knowledge from Grandpa. I remember what you thought of that. But there is no other choice. I will drag you from that road myself. And you can sleep for now. It won't take long. Oh, cool. I wasn't expecting it to have kind of like a point-and-click overworld sort of thing, and I think that's very interesting. It's a very useful storytelling tool, and I'm not at all what I expected, but I think it's very neat. I can turn that on and off. I can simply visit the grave. Not a holy land, this is. Or head out to the crossroads and try and bring this guy back. No point grieving about it. If our mission is to do something about it, let's get started on that, you know, and try and help our one and only. Oh, damn. I was not expecting this to be so visually stunning. Honestly. Like, I thought especially when the opening part of the game, instead of a cutscene, is like the flipping of a chapter book. Prologue. How to become a witch. I kind of feel that that's like a trick that developers use when it's like, we don't have a budget for intricate scenery or cutscenes. The darkness of the night is filled with anticipation. You are at Mikhail's crossroads along with old Egor. You know the ritual that has to be done, but you've never thought of what may happen once it is complete. However, the time to draw the circle has come. Look around. Egor, got any advice? Got something I can use to trace? Oh, but then there is still this, like, visual novel style discussion format. Wherever have you been? It will be midnight soon. Go over there by the milepost. There's everything you need for the ritual over there. Take the candles. You will light them and draw the circle. Well, I appreciate the advice. I'm kind of trying to, like, put things off a little bit, you know? There's some other gravestones. I do like the way the camera moves and tracks. Adam's head helps from light wounds and a useful thing on any journey. Did I collect it? Oh, I totally did. So that's like something I can probably have in battle. The crosses here look old. Looks like they buried people here long ago. That for some reason that marker looked like it was way off in the distance there. More candles, old enchanted candles from our hut. They will defend me from devils. Gives 3, I don't know, in the first round. Probably like mana or whatever it's going to be. Sheridan, 16 miles. Solicamps, 102 miles. Nairob, 20. Like, I'm not going to be able to pronounce these things. I have the candles. I thought everything else I needed was going to be over there. Alright, let's just continue on down the path towards the creepy eyes sitting and waiting in the bushes. Waiting to eat us up. Well, maybe he wanted me to bring them back to him. Well done, Vasilis. I'm going to struggle with that, I think. Now let's draw the circle. Be careful not to leave any gaps. Otherwise, we'll be crushed by the devils. Well, this is just right here, right in this very spot. It seems as good a place as any. Ooh. Put that together really, really quickly. It's very hard to draw a like continuous perfect circle as is, let alone one that's like that big of a radius. I've made a circle. Is it all right, grandfather? Circle is drawn, no gaps. Good. Too late to dither now. You think I can help him? Sure you can. You can do anything when you have the book. So says the legend. Well, go on. It is time for you to take my knowledge. Long time we've spent together. Parting with it is both hard and sweet. Well, take it. The Black Book. The one we've heard so much about. I mean, the very first thing that's going to happen when this guy gives it to us is it blows itself apart to bits after he's looked after it for so long. Terrible. He's never going to lend us anything else ever again. But you look at that. What power blasts from the book. The seal is open. It seems great sorcery lurks in you. Well, think about it later. Now speak the words I taught you. I'm scared. Oh, Grandpa, I don't know if I can. Don't you fret, Vasya. If you run, you'll perish. Don't worry about it, but you're fully committed. If you try to abort at any moment from now on, you're going to die. But, you know, don't let that weigh on you. Just continue on as if it's your own free will. Try not to think about the fact that you threw away having a choice. So come on, speak the words, and soon you'll be a witch. I know you won't falter. I shall get up and not make the sign of the cross, but I shall go to the crossroads. On the crossroads I shall draw a circle and step into it, and I shall speak, Good merchants, come and buy my cat, for the cat gives me not an inconvertible ruble nor a fine hat, but bestow me with the knowledge of the dark and eyes with visions sharp. As I said, so it will be. My words are stone. Ooh, sorcerer's initiation. Here are your merchants. Not quite who I was expecting. This is just totally a side thing. I've been watching a lot of movies the last couple weeks, and I've noticed it is a full moon in pretty much every night scene in every movie ever. It's never anything other than a full moon, unless for some specific reason in the show it's like a half moon that someone's commenting on. Keep an eye out for it, and it will drive you crazy. And I want someone else to share in this burden of knowledge that it is always a full moon no matter what. Here it makes sense. I feel like that's like a, it's a thing. It's a thing with witches and demons and all that, and mysticism makes sense. Now listen carefully if you value your life. To become a witch, you have to defeat this demon. Time for your first spell. Welcome to your first battle. The battle consists of turns. First, it's Slay the Spire, more or less. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out and I'll edit around the tutorial. So outside of the book, you get to read your spells. I'm starting with 13 health. I have 6 defense, and if I were to read that spell, I would gain 5 more. The first thing I'm going to do is read out Razi, and it creates this queue of incantations that I'm reading out. This one will do 4 damage. I don't really know. Right now, it seems like my limit is only to read 1 word per turn. I assume that'll kind of grow. And that defense does not persist. The word that was read is now overwritten. The Black Book changes each word after they are read. So I guess that's kind of like drawing a new set of cards. Words with defense affect the absorption of enemy damage, and defense reduces the damage but remains active only until the end of the turn, which we just saw. It goes away. Read the word Avdelay with the defense effect. I'm not going to know how to say any of these words, which makes things a little bit difficult when commentating. Maybe you just refer to them as like attack and defense. And you can see that there's the very important enemy notification indication of what they're about to do that was kind of created by Slay the Spire, and it's pretty important to the genre. Such enchanted words protect from the demons, but this protection fades quickly. Now strike the demon with your words, with your spells. Each turn you may read several words. Okay, cool. You can now read 3 words, which is indicated by empty places. I assumed that would grow beyond just 1. Word types consist of orders and keys. At the moment, you can use 2 orders and 1 key. The book has bookmarks which can help you find necessary words. So I know that I can only do 2 orders and 1 key, so it's interesting to like look ahead and see what those are. This is kind of annoying a little bit, because now it means you have to like flip through pages to navigate rather than just seeing a spread out deck of cards. That's like a little bit of a pain if you ask me. I probably want to defend once. I want to attack at least once. I might be better off using this weaker defense. There's also a heal there, which is interesting. But I want to use the weaker defense so I can focus on doing more of the stronger attack. It still won't be quite enough to finish him off, though. I assumed I got to finish all of mine before he went, so there was no point using the healing one when this guy hasn't even had a chance to do any damage to me yet. Defended. Good job, Vasya. The demon is nearly gone. This old man's so chill. He's like, yeah, looks good. You're doing a good job. Keep it up out there. A couple more spells to rid the world of it. The Black Book helps you understand the enemy. You can see what their intention is. Consider their intentions to foil their plans. Well, I mean, at this point, I just need to kill it if I can. Score shit. It deals 3 damage each round. Wastes, that's kind of like poison, I guess, and increases the damage in each word by 4. So if I use good old Georgie Batsuka, then I should be able to boost that. Good old Georgie. And Ruda. Just say something mean about him. Say his legs are too long, his tail is unkept, his eyes are a little sad. Looking, I don't know, make him feel bad about himself. Ruda. Knock him right out there. Oh, dope. That snake melt cave thing is so cool. Okay, I do like the way that there's like not just a generic room that you're fighting in. These battles, while still turn-based, like Slay the Spire, are taking place in a world. That feels very unique and very cool. Alright, you're dead now, you damn wolf. Well now, Vasya, enter this maw. Go on right ahead. You killed the giant wolf, and now you can just go straight into the flaming snake head. That's just how this is all going to go. Did I not tell you about all this before we came out into the woods today? That's my bad. I probably could have done a better job preparing you. You'll be a witch as soon as you return. Well, have a white road. Is that like a well wish as I walk into the literal gates of hell? Come on, old man. I don't know why you're so encouraging of me being a witch. It seems like you would rather deter me from this life, even if it means that I never am able to rescue him. That seems like you would want to steer me clear of this. Because this is insanity, man. Why have you put me in this position? The Black Rift, that sounds lovely. Sounds like a good place to spend our first day in hell. Why not? Why not walk straight into that abyss? Oh, is that you, Vasilia? Vasilisa? I should congratulate you. The first seal is open. Only 6 left. The first one was a breeze. But will you be able to open the rest? This is another matter entirely. The wish, the seals, who are you? What the devil are you? Vasilisa, I think that's got to be it. How rude, Vasilisa. I am your chief advisor. It is I who grants you your sorcerer's power. You will be acquainted more closely in the future, I assume. The wish. I am curious. Can the Black Book grant any wish? Indeed, it is as the legend dictates. Who knows? Maybe you will soon meet your beloved one. Who is worthy to open the scroll and break its seals? No one in heaven or on earth or under the earth was able to open the scroll or look into it. Yet. How do I open the seals? Oh, can't you figure it out for yourself, girl? I am disappointed in you. I am disappointed. Let me return to the land of the living. What? You only just got here? You don't want to stay and chat a little bit? I'm trying to be a gracious host here. I tidied the place up for you. Tried to scrub out some of that stink of brimstone, and you're just gonna throw that hospitality in my face like that? Have you forgot your purpose? I name you a witch. How many demons do you take for your service? As many as possible, obviously. I want to be a badass witch. In for a penny, in for a pound. Well, I will surely need the help of demons, so give me as many as possible. Ah, that's the spirit. But you are still too weak. Soon you will have 3 imps in your command. That is enough for now. 3 meager imps? I wanted dozens, thousands. Give me them all. Now go. Shooing me away. Maybe we will meet again. Didn't you just say you're my advisor? Shouldn't you, stay close? Work together? You're just bailing instantaneously? Not really seeing this through, are you? Black Book. Is that the end of the prologue? I only did 1 battle. Okay, there is more game here, presumably. Doesn't seem much like hell. Old Igor. Egor? I think it was Egor. Well, are we awake? The sun came up while you were coming to your senses. I've dragged you home. I understand that it is not easy to walk through the devil's world. So, you've seen it? Are we home? Seems like it was in a dream. The devil made me a witch. Well, then it is a good day. Did I not tell you? You should have been a witch a long time ago. I learned a new Belichka, which I'm guessing is like a new word. Well, what's done is done. The legend tells that the wish is beyond 7 seals. I could never open the first one. Here's the second seal, the aspen one. How do I open it? Maybe it was that demon on the crossroads that did it. Maybe. I think that demons do play a part. But what spirit is the aspen one? I'll have to rack my head a bit. That was the worst delivery of a line I've ever read. Maybe there's something in the books. You are now a witch yourself. I knew that you would not let me down. The news of your enlightenment has been spreading. Must be Suskis who told to the family heads. Now people will come to you for an advice. I am old already, not many teeth left, and not a lot of witcher's power. Now it is you who will help the people around here. Perhaps you will even bump into the right demon for your quest. Well, while you were coming to your senses, I've already spoken to most of the visitors. There's only one left. He's waiting behind the door. Look around for a start. Your book is over there on the table. You remember me teaching you the book arts. Afterwards, hear out the visitor of yours. The wicked one has just been giving him trouble. You've got it all? There's a little bit of broken English in there, but I'm getting the gist of it. I, the she-devil. Have you yourself met the devil? I was initiated as a witcher once. I saw that devil. It gave me my imps. I couldn't even lift the first seal. With you, you just needed one touch, and it's already gone. Seems like there's great power within you. Well, let's get to work then. I'm feeling motivated, energized. Lots of complimentary things about what a good witch I am. I got it, let's get to work. Search for spirits around the district. Maybe we'll be lucky with the seals. We should not tarry. Who knows? Maybe after 40 days have passed, we won't be able to help. God helps. Is that supposed to be like God help us at the end there, maybe? He kept saying that I had like books off to the side. Does he mean my black book, the important book? Yeah, there we go. You may change the pages in your book on this screen. You can see the words that are in the book at this moment, and there are the storage pages. They can be sorted with filters, and new pages are rewarded after each battle and after certain in-game events. You may freely change the black book's contents. To buy new pages, you need to spend ruples. The number of pages should be between a minimum and maximum number. You will be able to buy even more pages later on when you unlock seals of the book. So is the seals the things like the key and the scroll, maybe? You may change the contents of the book at any time, except for in battle. Willow seal, water seal. Okay, so we had the first seal there, and we're working our way through the other ones there that'll grant us further access. The orders and the keys, so I can see all those different things that I have. There's no real need to muck around with any of that currently. Oh, wow. Okay, I like seeing things laid out in the map there. My inventory, I'm just mostly holding a bunch of candles, like to keep things nice and lit. The onomasticon, which is just, it seems like a little bit of lore being spilled out for us, and knowledge. I can gain experience and level up. Cool. Old Igor, the visitors. They're looking for advice, but also have different tasks to complete. You cannot start a journey before you listen to them all. They'll listen to every single one of them. All of them, even if it is only one. The miller. God helps. Igor Evlampovich. Vasilisa Vyurdovna. God helps. So, I come to you with an offering. Some flour for your house. Please hear me out. You're going to pay me to give me flour to hear you out? Sounds like a good deal for me. I won't waste your time. It's very important. Something terrible is happening at the mill. We were working in the night and we began to hear strange sounds. Then a shadow began to darken a corner. The deepest, impossible blackness. We ran for our lives. You are known for your knowledge in these matters. What should I do now? Kill it. Use witch powers or hire me. I don't come cheap, but I could do it for you. Peasant spirits and demons will ask your help in magical matters. It's cool that demons and spirits will too. You are a Znaka, a witch with a lot of knowledge after all. If you answer the knowledge question correctly, you receive a reward. Experience those teeth for some reason. Sometimes your answers affect future game events. That's really cool. To learn the correct answer, you should explore the world and the Omnosticon, which contains an encyclopedia and short tales called Belichkas, and you can access these anytime from the menu. You may also use a hint for pressing a knowledge button. You will receive only half the experience if you use a hint. So I'm expected to kind of read up on some of this stuff then to better understand. The initiation about the mill that stood still. That will be the important part. A man from Yadka? Or would it be like a W? Too many consonants in a row. Once lived in our village. He told stories. One involved a miller that had to make offerings to the devil, or else the devil would have stopped the mechanism of the mill itself. So as an offering, he gave part of his stores of flour, grain, and breadcrumbs. On one occasion, he forgot and gave nothing. Then, sure enough, the windmill was still. When the man went to investigate inside the mill, there sat the devil on a grinder, threatening him with his finger outstretched, then vanishing. So the miller gathered some tobacco and threw it at the shadowed corners of the mill at midnight. The windmill started working again, and the devil stopped its mischiefs. Tobacco keeps the devil at bay? Pretty good reason to start smoking, if you ask me. So during the night, I heard strange sounds and saw some shifting shadows. What may be behind such emanations? Well, it could truly be either, I suppose, but I don't know, man. Have you been tobaccoing up your corners lately? Why do you work in the night? Demons are at work. Jesus Christ! Well, how do you think the millstone turns? Not by the wind alone, obviously. It is forbidden to use the windmill after nightfall. But what do we do now? Please help me. We have an old item that you may find some value in. Oh, you better give it up if we help you. Hand that shit over. Alright, Vasya, look around. What's going on with the Wicked One? He may be of use to us, you know. I will look what's going on with your imps. Thank you. I was told that you wouldn't let me down. Goodbye for now. His master at the windmill is not a regular one. Usually it is Leshy, but the miller has some demons. Well, I'll study these seals while you're off dealing with the mill. And to make your trip a little bit easier, take this herb. It's called an Adam's Head. It'll heal you up if anything goes sideways. And now it's time for you to go on your own. The dark powers won't quell themselves. Well, you get all that? Want to ask anything else? No, I think I'm ready. Got it, grandfather. It's time to go. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to take all day and night out of the mill, apparently. I don't know how big of a demon this is going to be. Don't wait up for me. Don't send help. I'm that confident, even though I've only fought one thing with your help. One more thing. I've sent one demon to Kushva village. He must have cursed someone. Go there, fix it, and you'll earn some money in the process. All right, Grandpa. This is the map of travel. Each night the map will be new. You can start traveling only after you've spoken with all the visitors. Oh, wow. So this draws out the map of like a series of things you can do, like Slay the Spire style. That's super cool. You may visit any available location, but your health will not be replenished. Oh, your goal is to get to this location with the main task. And these would be like side things, but you cannot go to the main task location until you visited locations on the road. Be careful, your health will only replenish after completing the main task and returning home. You may open the map by pressing the current location name. This wraps up the map part of the tutorial. It's weird that that's the first part of the tutorial to wrap up like that. Everything else was just like, just started taking place rather than being like, well, thanks for listening. We have Moglevsky's mansion and the Kushva village, Old Riverbed, Begichi Forest, Kachevo Lake, near Nazivka River, and the old windmill at the end. I'm just going to start kind of making my way along. The old riverbed. Sometime before Kolva flowed here, now this place is a swamp. In the murky waters, often demons and Vodyanois find their abode. This is the side things. I'll leave that open for people who want to pick up this demo and try it out for themselves. The silver glow of the moon, it's always a full moon, I'm telling ya, catches glimpses of the rotten waters. You hear dull croaks nearby. Just immediately draw a circle. That's going to be our instinct impulse decision for everything. You come closer, a couple of steps. Suddenly a demon appears, horned and shadowed. Prepare to fight. Dang, I thought I would be able to ease in like one step. But it immediately just went sideways, didn't it? I figured it would be best to look at what my key options are, since that's more limiting overall. I can increase my attack. Ooh, I do want to apply waste to the guy. I like that. He's only going to do 2 damage, so I'll also bless myself because I have plenty to defend myself with, actually, now that I'm looking even closer. But there was no point using a heal either. I might as well not overwrite that word and save it. Poison. The way he hops over is kind of goofy. I wasn't expecting the camera to change like that, since it didn't do it in the wolf battle at all. I can just defend again and go extra offensive. Not even an option. Kind of stinks when you're stuck with only the one, but I got the bonus damage right now, which is nice. And he still has the poison. But it wears its way down, so it's not going to finish him off, which is a shame. Because now I just got to wait it out for one simple, silly attack. Can I just end it when I know that that's enough to win? There we go. Choose a new word. Killa. Ghostface Killa. Well-versed. Firm, and so what is well-versed then? Value of spell effect is increased by 1 for each other spell of the same color. Oh, interesting. Words stay active within the spell for 2 turns and affects other words. For example, well-versed ones. And Nava, it is both firm and well-versed. I think that's interesting to have the layering in like that. So I'm going to toss that in there because it seems like it would be useful to start piling that up in that way. Another side mission thing, so I'm going to go straight to the forest. There's an old forest near Kolva River. This forest has a master. Each forest does. Yeah, but what if you just put a road straight to the middle of the forest? Does he look after both halves, or does it become 2 separately mastered forests? Near the edge, you see a white towel on an old stump. There's a bottle of milk and some pierogi. Near these gifts, there is a birch charter. Peasants from Begici village are asking Leshy to take care of their cattle. Change the charter? I don't want to steal their gifts. You've just received your first sin. It is told that each sorcerer is fated to burn in hell. Well, you might as well lay on the sins then. It's probably an eternity regardless, so what does it matter if it's an eternity plus another 3 years? You may decide the outcome of specific events in the game, and your decisions will be represented by the sin characteristic. The number of sin affects availability of certain dialogue choices and game endings. That's so cool. The layer in narrative decision branching things like in a game like this. It is told that each man has a devil on his left shoulder and an angel on his right. Whom will you listen to? You make a new charter. Now Leshy will be helping peasants from Vilgort. The devil better help your village. Plus 3 sin. More branches are taking place, actually. There's the ravine. Oh, so I can get an idea of what is going on at each thing before I actually go to it. But I'm just going to keep continuing on forward here. This is, I don't have a ton of time to record, so I apologize if I'm kind of pushing things along. Lake on the left river bank of Kolva. It is said that 2 drowned here last year. It meant that the site is dangerous at night. Most things are probably more dangerous at night, but I suppose if there's some sort of drowning demons, then that's even more the case. Or the fact that there's just a lake that you just definitely shouldn't be swimming on or boating on at night. That's dangerous in and of itself. On a high rise near Kachevo Lake, you see 2 silhouettes. Do I? I don't really know if I'm seeing anything. One is combing the long hair of another. There is something strange in his uneven movements. You shiver in horror. That kind of setup is so cool. It reminds me of like playing D&D, which I've missed so much right now. Read a prayer? I'll read a quick prayer maybe. Black silhouettes disappear as soon as you say God's name. There's so many different ways that could have played out. That's nuts. I can't revisit, can I? It's been visited. Near Nisovka River. This river flows through Polyand Ridge. Someone in Pokcha village told me that this river is the tears of Polyand. I think that is a lie. Lye? Don't think that's a pun or anything. The shadow of an owl passes overhead. It has crossed your path, which is a bad omen, since a man's path is intertwined with his destiny. But maybe it was trying to show you something. I don't know. It was either a bad omen or guiding my destiny. It was either I'm about to die or I'm going to become a millionaire. It seems like you can interpret it in either extreme negatives or positives and nothing in between. But for some reason, it can be either. Follow the owl. I like owls, so I think it's positive. You choose to follow the owl, deciding to follow the object of a bad omen. Suddenly, a swamp is before you, and you stop on its border. It is dangerous to go forward. You start on your way back when you notice a devil's finger under your feet. Take the finger, a new artifact. Devil is changing his claws so that the new ones would grow sharper and stronger than before. Their old fingers turn to stone and have healing properties. So it's not permanently for additional... It's oh, maybe it is. Because I kind of have it, like, equipped. And these, I definitely start each round with 6. So each candle is providing that right now. Okay, that's dope then. The Devil Finger is really cool. I'm glad I have it. The Gorodishki Ravine or Chud's Forest. Probably Chud lived here, hence the title. Old Chud bronze plaques were found here. To find one is a bad omen. Not Christians created these. Good old Chud. I'm diverting from the main thing for one step because I want to know more about Chud. It's like the weird mythical version of Chad. You walk around the windmill and approach the Chud's forest. The darkness is grim and wraps around you. You see a silhouette in the distance, bench pressing and talking about his protein shakes. Only fir branches are whispering in the morning fog. Suddenly there's a pack of demons flying around the windmill, throwing wooden objects around. Check the debris? I feel like we could sneak. The pack flies somewhere east with angry screams. You check the wreckage, some wooden logs, and parts of a mechanism. You also find a small sack of flour. You pick it up, 3 rubles. Not a lot of battling I've had to do so far. Presumably that'll be what I have to do with this end stage here. The old windmill. It stands on the borders of the worlds, the village and forest. It is said that the miller is a witch himself, but not as strong as old Egor. It's funny that men and women can both be witches. They don't distinguish that in any way, but then there's also witchers. Unclear if they can be men or women. I don't really know how that works. The spruce branches part and an old mill stands before you. This place is filled with legends and stories from the surrounding villages. Those who have been here at dusk or worse, at night, speak of dark phantoms in the windows of the mill, a sudden gust of the wind, and other devilry. It is a place of dark energies. Oh man, okay, I actually have the ability to walk around and investigate a little more closely in this location than I have in the other ones. And Adam said, I do love the blending of like characters talking to each other like a visual novel, exploring a map like Slay the Spire, but then playing out just like these choice mechanic little branching options. The fact that it layers in things like your sin and previous choices and who you've talked to and how you utilize your knowledge, but then you also get to just like get down on the ground and explore. This game has a lot to offer. I'm pretty ecstatic about what I'm seeing here. It is hard to see anything in the dark gloom of the night. Nevertheless, you feel your eyes are getting better at seeing in the dark. The black book may be aiding you. Amidst the thick grass, you spot an old axe. Its blade covered with rust. Yeah, I might as well take it. An old axe that you found near the windmill, although, do I have space for it? Not currently. But I'm going to hang on to what I currently have. Those seem like better options, honestly. And I think we can head right on to the windmill. Right on. Right onto the windmill. You're making this much more difficult than it needs to be. It is obvious the mill is old. Some wood has rotted through, making more windows. You approach and try to open the door. It is closed. The lock is as old as the mill. One good strike with something heavy will break it. Look for another way in, break it with the axe. So I don't even need... I could equip that as like a candle or the devil's finger, but it also just serves a purpose. You swing and strike the lock with a clang, it breaks and flies off the door. But like maybe there was another way in. Maybe I didn't have to use the axe. The grinders, which according to that story is found the devil like sitting on top of one of these. The grindstones are still, though the blades of the mill are turning. Head on up to the second floor by going underneath the stairs. The chest. It's for different tools useful at the mill. You find nothing of interest. A cabinet. The art is simple, but the atmosphere is effective. You study the cabinet. Among different krinkas, old pots, and birch bark containers, you find a sack with silver ruples. It may prove useful. I could take it, but it might count towards sin. Yeah, the miller will hardly miss it. 1 sin in exchange for 5 ruples? don't really know the value of ruples yet, but right now that seems like a bargain for me, so I'm going to go ahead and take it. Broken wall. Adam's head. That's interesting. I think it wasn't readily available until I walked near it. Yeah, see, like that disappeared as well. Could I pick that up again? I feel like I'm probably not supposed to be able to pick it up multiple times like that. Well, didn't seem to matter. There's a broken block of wood. Seems it's part of the windmill's mechanism and a reason of grindstone standing still. Through the hole in the wall, you see the woods of Sheridan. Go back. Oh, wow, they have amazing core strength to be able to, like, hold themselves still as everything's cranking around like that. This guy does not look that evil. He looks kind of nice, actually. Like a Muppet version of a demon. 13th brother. Well, this is super annoying, and I hate to do this, but the room I'm in completely overheated. Kind of fucked up the computer a little bit. Everything came crashing down super hard. Not really the game's fault, just an issue, a recurring issue, one that drives me absolutely nuts, and no matter what I do, I can't seem to fix. But I lost what I had been doing, and I don't really have the opportunity to record all of what I was doing again, or play through that again to get back to where the recording left off. I'm very sorry that happened. Now I'm just drained, and like I probably wouldn't really bring anything fun to a new recording anyways, so I'm just unfortunately have to leave it where it is, but it is a free demo alongside the Kickstarter campaign, so there's a link to that down below. You guys can test that out for yourself, see where things would have gone from there, play around with the different things that I was kind of skipping over, the little side missions and all of that. I think it is a really interesting game. I'm very disappointed in this, and it's just... I don't need to bore you guys with it. You can check it out for yourselves below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.